today about one of my most favourite foods and also a really good superfood, okay? Blueberries. Can you see those? Now these are frozen blueberries. I use them in just about everything, particularly for my children, but I actually love them as well. It's one of those things though that once you've been handling them, you think, why did my hands get all stained like that? It's a bit like when you're cutting up beetroot and things. Blueberries can stain your hands, so just be careful. It's best to kind of pour them into things if you can, or use a spoon or something similar. But they are such a cool thing to have, and I wanted to show you because I know you're learning about new diets. You'll maybe, change over to a plant-based or a vegan diet for the first time ever, and you're still trying to work out what's the good things, what the bad things, basically any fruit and veg and things like that are all going to be good for you. Everything on a vegan diet is good for you, but it's like everything, isn't it? It's a matter of balance. It's about what you use every day. If you have vegan cheese, for example, vegan cheese is much better for you than dairy cheese for all, 100 different reasons. But if you have it every single day, it's not going to be that great for you, really. It's replacing kind of one thing for another. You've probably heard of things like what they call dirty vegans, and a dirty vegan is not what you think. A dirty vegan is actually someone who's replacing their dirty foods, the foods that were not good for them, they're not clean foods, basically. I'm sure you've heard of clean eating. So that's kind of the opposite of that. So they're replacing those clean foods for more dirty foods. So rather than going onto a whole food fresh diet, we're using wholesome foods, you're getting loads of vitamins and minerals in. What these people are doing is they're changing over to a vegan diet, but then eating processed vegan burgers, vegan sausages, buying vegan ready meals. That is not healthy either. It's going to be healthier than meat and dairy, absolutely. It's obviously much better for the planet and the animals and everything, absolutely. But as regards to you and your health, if you want to be happy and healthy, that isn't the way to go about it. Now, I'm not saying I never use them here. I have vegan sausages in my freezer for those nights that I just can't cope. Or that, for example, I'm home late and my husband's had to do the dinner, and between you and me, he's not as good a cook. So I'm not saying don't buy those things. What I am saying is don't have them every single day. Think of them almost as treats. Maybe at a weekend you guys can have burgers and chips or something, but during the week you're having those happy meals, the things that are making you happy and healthy, and your kids too. If you've got kiddies, it's vitally important that you're getting that stuff into them. But getting back to blueberries, and this is one of the top foods that you can put in things. Honestly, it's got so much goodness in it, I cannot tell you. So the colour in blueberries comes from a special compound that's in them that gives them that particular colour, and also a lot of their health benefits as well. Blueberries are really good for your heart, they're good for your bone structure, they are excellent for your things like your skin and your hair. Blood pressure, they can help manage diabetes. Honestly, they are fantastic foods to get in wherever you can. I'm going to tell you how I use them. One of them might be a bit dull, but I'm going to tell you how I use them. And mainly, I have to say, we use them in things like smoothies. We also make vegan ice cream, or nice cream, as you might have heard it called, which is another good thing as well to make, and it's healthy because you haven't got the dairy and the fats and all that sort of stuff in it. And I do have a video on that if you'd like to watch it. So over here. If it hasn't come up over here, then it will be down there in the comments. Blueberries are also often shown in studies to reduce the chance of cancer. So they're, again, no-brainer. I know I keep saying that, but for goodness sake, use the blueberries. And if you buy them frozen rather than fresh, they're cheaper too. And you can just grab them at any time. You're not going to waste anything. They're a really good thing. Don't bury them under piles and piles of chips in your freezer. The main thing you should have in your freezer is frozen fruit. I shall show you my freezer at another time. Can't do it now, but I will show you later, and the things that I've got in my freezer, and I bet it looks different to yours. So I mainly use mine in smoothies and things for the kids. It's a no-brainer really. You could put in some oat milk in your Ninja or whichever blender that you use, and chuck in a load of blueberries with maybe a banana. That makes a really cool smoothie. You can also put in there some superfoods or some protein powder or something. If you're going to exercise, even if you're not, you can use it. I use superfoods all the time. I don't exercise like mad at all. I do like to run when I get the opportunity. Obviously, we're in lockdown at the moment, so that's a little bit tricky. We're very lucky we have an exercise bike here. I know I'm digressing again, sorry. But we have an exercise bike and we brought it down into the lounge so that everybody can use it. So all the kiddies are doing it while they're watching a film or something. So we're all getting a bit of exercise, which is quite a good idea. It's another good thing to order from Amazon Prime. If you've got a little bit of spare money, it's a good opportunity to get an exercise bike. And you won't just hang the washing on it. You will actually use it. But put it in a space where people use it. Don't, put it in the bedroom. Back to blueberries. So blueberries in smoothies and things, obviously no-brainer, easy to chuck in. If you put them in your kiddies' lunch boxes when we all get back to normal, I put them in that with a little bit of yogurt. Maybe if you're one of those schools that are able to use nuts, you could just sprinkle some nuts over the top, or maybe some almond butter, mix all that up as well. What else do I do with it? Well, my favourite thing to do with it, don't tell anybody else, is that instead of using ice cubes in my gin and tonic, I actually use frozen. See, I haven't had a gin yet. I actually use frozen blueberries as my ice cubes, and then obviously I can eat them afterwards, which is really nice. It also colours your gin, makes it sort of a pinky purpley colour because of that compound. But it's another good way to use them and to get, you know, a bit of antioxidant and everything else in. So do use blueberries wherever you can. Other berries can be bought and do have similar kind of uses and nutritional values. But blueberries, honestly, best one. If you can get your kiddies to have some of these, be it in a milkshake or whatever, try and get them in. Blueberries also can help with mental health and things like depression. So brilliant for that. They're also high in vitamin K, and a quarter of a cup of blueberries is enough of your vitamin C for a day. So if you say, for example, you're taking like a supplement, and I have just done a video on these if you want to have a look up on those, a vegan supplement, and that's got, say, I mean, this one I think actually probably does have 100% of vitamin C. That doesn't mean you can't have more, okay? And you should be taking your food as your supplement as opposed to tablets, really. But this is belt and braces if you're new to the vegan lifestyle and you want to make sure you've got everything covered, particularly with kids. But it's up to you as to whether you take them regularly or not. But this has got, you know, that amount of vitamin C in that you don't have to worry so much about supplements, because by the time you've had this and then some greens or something or other else during the day, it's got your vitamin C, you're all covered, which is cool. The only thing to say about blueberries is that if you're on some sort of blood clotting medication, it's always best to check with your doctor before taking them, because they can thin the blood out a little bit, which is good generally. But obviously if you're taking medicine for that, obviously check that with your GP first. Okay, enjoy. And get your gin and tonic out. See you later.